This is a review of Transformers, what's his name? Oh yeah, Jetfire. Enjoy.
Behold the eternal glory of Jetfire!
My gosh, this is gonna be a painful film. So, I guess I'm doing this again. I already did a review on this guy, but I hate how I structured it. I really do. I didn't talk about accessories, his transformation. Overall, nothing that I wanted in that video was in it. So, here we are now. So, I'm going to do it again. Better this time, though. Better. I promise it's better. Anyway, I said in the intro, this is Jetfire from 2009 that went with the Revenge of the Fallen toy line. And man, is he a chonker of a toy. Like, when I found him on eBay, or found a nearby listing for him, I didn't know how big he would be when he arrived. And when he arrived, I was surprised. I was surprised to everything, actually. Also, on a quick side note, when I opened him, he also had his original box as well, which I just find so cool, because I didn't know, because the listing never said he would come with it, but the fact that he did just makes this so much better for me. It really does, as I like having it now, and now I can add it to my collection. Anyway, now let's get on to my gripes with this figure, or many, or this is the biggest one, and that is the knees. They're pretty weak, because there's just too much weight on top of the toy with the electronics and stuff, which I'll talk about later, that he just likes to topple over a lot, you know, and it's really annoying, actually when trying to get him into like a cool pose or whatever, you know, because that time the knees tend to be his downfall, literally. So, like, the poses you've been seeing him in throughout this video so far were the only ones I could get him in without him absolutely collapsing. Now with that out of the way, let me talk about his accessories. His gun and his cane. The gun, which reminds me more of a Gatling gun, because it looks more like that, can fire a missile with some decent range. And his cane also slots into his hand, which I'm not a big fan of, as it tends to fall out a lot, which is a bit pain, but it doesn't happen all the time, so that's nice. Now, on to his articulation. It's a bit odd, so I'm going to walk you through it. So, his articulation, as I said, was strange. Or is strange. It is strange. So, let's see here. So, of course, you got the Gatling gun here, as I said before. And then the cane here, which, there it goes. But, articulation, his head can move a little bit. And these little dangly things inside of his head can also move as well. Like that. You know? And then you got these things on the side. I'll talk about those later. Yeah, that can move because they're on like little ball joints. And the arm, if you move this out of the way, can go all the way forward like that. There isn't anything sculpted here, even though it looks like it. There isn't anything there. Then you can move the arm all the way down, like that, and this far up. And the booster back here, if you move it all the way up, then his hand can go like all the way back, like that. But yeah. And then a little wrist rotation. And then the fingers, they're molded as like three into like a one piece, can move like that. And then with his legs, you have this part, which can move like that far up for transformation, and then you got this, which can move all the way around, and then there you can move it forward this far, back that far. Oh yeah, and the knee has like 3 points right there. And then the foot, nothing really at the foot other than the back of it can move, but that's for transformation again. So yeah, overall it's pretty strange, and yeah, as I said before, the knee is very, very weak, but you know, hey, I guess it works, I suppose, you know. So yeah, a bit strange, but still enjoyable to me nonetheless. The transformation is a bit of a pain. The front, the back is the easy part of it. The front, oh, I always hate doing the front, as those little panels always like to pop off every time I'm trying to get them in. Because then when I get them in, and they always want to pop off when I try to get the arms to move into the correct place. And then you also have to get the cane positioned right as well. And it's overall, none of it is just fun. But I will say though, the back, as I said before, isn't that hard. It's literally just the front that makes this transformation such a pain to film and do on camera. It's really annoying. This is a nice jet. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I love the SR-71 Blackbird, which is what this jet is. And it looks amazing. It really captures the length this thing has, the girth too, and, well, yes, there's a lot of junk underneath it because of all his limbs and stuff, but that's really kind of a given with jet transformers, as you can't really conceal that with magic. So, yeah. And next to other figures, or like ones that are cars, like Optimus, Sideswipe, or Sideways, man, he just looks too small. He's just not the right size. He would be massive. And that also leads me into my next point. He's as tall as Prime in robot mode, which is honestly not right, as he should be taller than Prime, as saw in the film. But yeah, and next to deluxe classes as well, he is also too small. But I mean, I don't really think they were trying to go for that anyway, but yeah, it's overall a nice jet mode. So do I say get him? Of course. Like, if you can find one on eBay like I did for like a decent price enough, then yeah, he's a really nice toy to have. He's pretty nice, some decent articulation, and overall he'll go great with your movie collection, you know. I don't know if he'll have the box like mine did, but it's still cool to have. Like, and I think that adding it to your collection will be pretty sweet. So yeah, I definitely say pick him up wherever you can. But that was my look at Transformers Render to Fallen Leader Class Jetfire. Follow me on Facebook, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.